सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै। श्लोका नंबर 22। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगाः दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः शक्नोति हैव यः सोढुम् प्राक्शरीरविमोक्षणात् कामक्रोधोद्भवं वेगम् स युक्तः स सुखी नरः। So from the 13th shloka up to 21st shloka, Bhagavan talked about Jnanam, Atmik Dhanam, oneself being Akarta, Abhokta. And by this Jnanam, one becomes free. And when this Jnanam is there, one has got Vairagyam, and therefore Pratibimbananda, experiential happiness also is there. And one has got Bimbananda, one owns up his Swarupananda, I am Purnam Brahma. So both ways he has got happiness, experiential happiness born of Vairagyam, and the happiness born of owning up oneself to be limitless. And contextually, incidentally, this topic of Vairagyam is discussed in the two shlokas, 24th and 22nd and 23rd. 22nd it is said that all the bhogas which are born of sense contact have got dukkha as their yoni. They are the source of dukkha, and they are having beginning and end, means they are temporary. And buddhaha teshu naramate, this intelligent person would not get lost in those bhogas. Means they will not make bhoga as the pursuit of life, as the goal of life. Teshu naramate, they don't revel in that. They don't have any exaggerated value for that. They do not have craving for that. It does not mean that if some object is there, some beautiful scenery is there, he will not enjoy. But he will not get lost. Problem is that sometimes we are so absorbed in enjoying something, we forget about our duty. People say, Swamiji, I was so busy with that, I forgot to come. So that type of thing happens because we get lost in the bhogas. And that does not happen because this intelligent person, Viveki, knows that it has got limitations and therefore does not get lost in it. And then in the next shloka, Bhagavan said that a person is said to be yogi, yuktaha, together person, and he alone will be sukhi, happy. He alone deserves to be called manushya if he has got mastery over the vega, the force, the impulse created by kama and krodha. Kama and krodha, as long as a person is sadhaka, will happen. But this kama creates vega. Vega means impulse. Means I see something and I get so much excited about it that I want to just grab it. That is called vega. Excitement created by this kama. That is kama udbhava vega. Krodha vega means when the anger comes in the mind is so much charged, agitated that it reacts, and that reaction gets expressed at the level of body. That is called Krodha Udbhava Vega. So Vega means impulse, force, fervor created by Kama and Krodha. And Bhagavan says, what a sadhaka is supposed to do? Manage them. Shaknoti heva yas sodhum. Sodhum is manage. One who is able to manage this impulse created by Kama and Krodha, that person is a together person, he is a karma yogi, he is happy person and he deserves to be called human being. So Bhagavan accepts that as a sadhaka you will have kama and once in a while krodha will come. That is not totally under your control. But when kama creates excitement, some agitation, that time you should remain in charge of yourself. Means even when the excitement is created by kama, you are able to use your viveka and see whether this desire deserves to be fulfilled or not. Or the means I am going to adopt to fulfill this desire, is it a righteous means or not? All this viveka, if one can do, even when there is intense emotional condition created by desire, then that person is managing this kama vega very well. So Bhagavan said, learn to manage the excitement created by kama, learn to manage the impulse created by krodha, anger. And how long one has to do this? Until you develop spontaneous mastery. Can I lower my guards after some time? That's what generally we do. When we have some victory, then we take it for granted. Nothing will happen. And then this terrorist attack happens. And therefore Bhagavan says, Prak Sharira Vimokshana. Means till the fall of the body, one needs to be careful about this, not frightened. I need not be frightened of kama and krodha. I need to be careful about kama and krodha. Like what? Like the security guards of the Prime Minister, President. They are not afraid. They are alert. So you need to have alertness. If they are afraid, they cannot do their duty well. They will have so much heart problem. and they cannot, when they are frightened, then their efficiency goes down. They are not frightened, but they are mindful. So sadhaka need not be frightened of kama and krodha. Sadhaka needs to be alert about kama and krodha. And learn, we need to learn to manage. Puja Swamiji used to say very nicely that when you get angry, it is understandable. You don't blame yourself, criticize yourself, feel guilty about having anger. Anger can come, but you make sure that you don't victimize others because of your anger. Your anger is your problem. Why others should suffer because of your anger? So you make sure this much. What? That you do not victimize anybody because of your anger. Means you shout, you beat, you throw away things, you destroy things. I told you once that one person in Bangalore, he was telling that when he said, Swamiji, I get angry with my wife, I used to throw away her mobile. Then I only have to pay Swamiji. I only have to pay. So that is called what? Remaining under the charge of anger. Remaining under the impulse created by anger. So you feel like doing that. Yes. When your wife or your spouse is too much busy with mobiles, you feel like snatching up and throwing it away. That is understandable. But you manage that particular emotion by using little viveka. I only have to pay for it. We only have to pay. Why to do that? I can tell him or her very firmly if I am in position to do. Then I tell firmly that this is a time together, so let us spend time with each other, not with the mobile. Perhaps you can say if that also you are in position. Some husbands, some wives are out of a area of influence. They are outside the circle of influence, so you cannot tell. But if it is possible, in a very mild manner, we tell husband or wife, whoever is the case. So that is called managing anger. Similarly, if I have desire to get something, then I do not blame myself to have this desire. It is understandable. But I do not get carried away in fulfilling this desire. Acha. Okay. So the power goes in now, that's right. That's okay. I think that is a that apariharya. Okay, otherwise we will stop mic and we'll talk directly that way. So he says, Bhagavan says, Yaha Sodhum, one who is capable of managing this Vega, the fervor agitation created by Kama and Krodha. Now question is, how to do that? Swamiji, when you talk about it, looks very nice that how nice if I can manage this all excitement, agitation created by Kama and Krodha. Most of the time, Swamiji, I am not able to manage. Moment I see this mobile, then I feel like seeing this program, that program, and even though I have so many things to do, I forget everything, and I feel guilty afterwards. Or when I get angry, Swamiji, then I shout and throw away things and all. I am not able to manage. So Bhagavan says it is necessary to manage if you want to be sukhi, even in relative sense. Jnani is sukhi different, but even relative sense you want to be sukhi, then you need to learn to manage this Vega. How to do that? First of all, acknowledgement of the problem. You acknowledge that yes, I have this problem in managing certain Vega, certain excitement created by Kama. I have some problem in managing the agitation, impulse created by anger. Acknowledge it. Some people have the problem of denial. Denial means what? No, Swamiji, I don't get angry. My spouse gets angry all the time. I don't get angry. That's what people say that. Swamiji, I don't have any desire. I am a very contented person. All these people generally give self certificate, certified by themselves, self authentication. So, first of all, it's not that you have to blame yourself for everything, but in case it is there, you acknowledge. And you will find there is some pattern in it. Everybody does not like everything. Some people are not very particular about dress. Whichever dress you give doesn't matter. Some people are very particular. So much matching it has to be. Little bit disturbed. If ironing is not done properly, so much disturbed. So some people are so much particular about dress. Some people are very particular about food. Some people are not at all particular whether salt is less, salt is more, roti is burnt or not burnt, or cooked properly, not cooked. Doesn't matter. Some people are like that. Wives are very lucky. So, so some people are like that. But some people, oh my God, so particular. I know one person, he was telling his wife that you should make different item every day. If you don't know, do Google search, go to YouTube, like that. We give suggestion also. Go to YouTube and learn. Make every day a different item. So particular about food. Some people are so particular about their name. Means my name should not be spoiled. Nobody should say anything about me. Even little bit comment, even indirect comment disturb them so much. They are so particular about their name. Some people are very particular about money. If money is spent more, they feel so disturbed. This is a very common problem in house where the previous generation people are staying and present generation people are staying together. This is a very common thing. The previous generation people had lot of the financial hardship and therefore they can't spend money. So when their son is spending money, even though son is earning, son is spending. But this they feel so disturbed, so disturbed. So one has to first of find out what are my buttons. Everybody has got buttons. You find out that in which area I'm so particular. I have got kama and I have got krodha. One has to find out. So first of all, acknowledgement, awareness of the area of kama vega and krodha vega. Where I get excited about kama, where I get excited or disturbed in the area of anger, one has to find out. Honestly find out. Without any guilt, in a non-judgmental manner, one has to find out. Then afterwards, one has to see whether I would like to be free from this problem. What is the significance of being free from this helplessness to kama and krodha? If I am helpless, what are the consequences I have to suffer? And when I have mastery, how I will be free from those problems? So one has to see the importance of becoming free from the slavery to kama and krodha. Otherwise, person say, what is wrong, Swamiji? Everybody has got desire, everybody is angry. So Bhagavan gets angry, Krishna gets angry. So what is wrong with it? And so if you feel that way, you will never be able to master the kama vega and krodha vega. Therefore, second thing is one needs to see the importance and one needs to this conclusion, comes to this conclusion. I would like to be free from this slavery to the kama vega and krodha vega. I would like to be free. And the third thing is, I should see the possibility of the solution. We have seen this with regard to other things also. Here also same principle. It is possible for me to develop the mastery. Why? Because I see some people have mastery. See, like person like Pujya Swamiji and all, how they handle the situation. It is possible. So I see the possibility of. So first is this acknowledgement. Second is seeing the beauty and coming to the conclusion that I would like to be free. Third is it is possible to be free. And the next one is readiness to forego, readiness to sacrifice. If for developing the mastery over kama and krodha, certain things if I need to sacrifice, I sacrifice. Certain situations I have to avoid, I avoid. So if I am slave to particular bhoga, then I have to avoid the company of the people who are provoking this desire. I have to avoid the area where this desire is provoked, and thus readiness to sacrifice. And one more thing is company observation and company of the people who are mature. Keep seeing how they are maturely handling the situation. Whenever we are in company of mature people, learned people, we see them how they handle the situation. We learn from observation of their behavior. When some provoking situation is there, how Pujya Swamiji handled it. When anybody will be angry, how he handle it. I told you that sometime when he was told, why are you talking in English? He went to Gujarat, then he said, yes, yes, I understand your difficulty, but this is the language I can communicate in. So when I saw that, I was very much impressed. It really had so much impact on me. That how we handle, where anger is very natural. See, some people come here to listen to me, they should listen to me in the language I know. So if I know other language and then if you request, I know, I will oblige, but I don't know. If all of you tell Swamiji speak in Tamil, Tamil konjum konjum theriyum. So I cannot speak. Then you have to, but Swamiji, no anger at all. I had seen this happen some 25, 30 years ago, but now also I remember how he handled the situation. So sometimes some situation is there when all are excited. Some big program is going to happen, all are excited. People will say, Swamiji, this has happened. This, what will happen? What will happen? Swamiji, something will happen. We'll go through that. We'll go through that. And our Swami used to use the word, we'll celebrate it. So we'll celebrate it. That we have, whatever we have done, we have celebrated. So this also will celebrate. So thus, by learning from the behaviors of others, we learn the mastery over our kama and krodha. The observation of the behavior of mature people gives us the sense of possibility, gives us the guidance that how to handle in this situation. Generally, we get angry, we reactive because we think this is the only way to respond to the situation. When somebody shouts at me, what is the way to respond to that situation? Shouting back. What else we can do? That's what we think. So generally we think that there is only reactive way is the only way. When we listen to and we watch these mature people, we see, wow, how nicely he handled the situation. Without disturbing others, how we handle the situation. Maintaining one's own dignity, how we handle the situation. So the fourth one is observe the behavior of mature people. And another one is, in general, develop the composure of your mind by some yoga practices. The asana, pranayama, and dhyanam, if you do regularly, then your general level of composure is high. And therefore, your capacity to handle this kama, krodha, vega will be higher. And one more way is be pray to Bhagavan. Oh Lord, whenever, wherever there is excitement, agitation, please be with me. Please guide me to the right direction. Guide me to the right response. In this connection, Pujya Swamiji used to talk about two-step response. It's a very, very good, very good technique. He says generally we have one-step response. Means what? Somebody shouts at us, so we have got anger. We shouted, we are shouted, so we have got anger. And we shout back. This is one-step response. You feel angry, you respond. That is one-step response. This is a Jiva's way of handling the situation. Pujya Swamiji says you bring Ishvara. How? So first step is what? When somebody shouts at you, you get angry. You acknowledge that you are angry. You have got anger. Second step is you try to understand the person who is shouting. That person has got a background. So because he has been hurt so much either by us or by somebody else, and therefore he is shouting. So he doesn't require shouting back. He deserves my compassion. So this is the second step where we are bringing Ishvara, that this person is in order, that order is non-separate from Ishvara. If you can learn this two-step and then we respond, we can say something very firmly. Please do not make noise here. We can say that. We don't shout. Please do not make noise here. Or can you tell me what you want to say in a more understandable manner, little calm manner, or we can talk little later. Pujya Swamiji used to say, when you are angry, you should have that much freedom to say, both of us are not in a good state of mind, we will talk later. This much you can say. You are angry, you are also angry, you know that other person is angry. You say, we will talk later. And walk away from that situation. We'll talk later. That is called two-step response. Where you acknowledge your anger, you don't suppress your anger. Don't feel guilty about anger. Yes, anger is possible. Anything which is possible only will happen. Happenable alone happens. And therefore, anger, I have anger, other person has got background to have anger, and right response is to talk when both of us are in good state of mind. This is called two-step response, where you bring the first step, there is Jiva, second step, Ishvara comes. You bring Ishvara in your second step, and after Ishvara is brought in, then your response will be objective response, healthy response. And in this manner, one learns to handle the Vega, the agitation, the intense condition born of Kama and Krodha. And remember this is not like one time solution. Oh, you take one tablet, your pain is gone. It's not like that. So it takes months together, years together to master. But still, investment is worthwhile. Investment of your time, effort, alertness is worthwhile. Even though it takes months together, let it take. Because we did not make any effort, so still problem continues. If we had started the effort, perhaps by now we would have got lot of mastery. At least start now. Even though it is a very slow step, and many times you feel failed, Swamiji, I tried, whatever you said, I tried, still I got angry. But your frequency will be reduced. Earlier you used to have every day five episodes. Now from 5 you will come to 4 after a week or so. The intensity will be reduced. Earlier when you used to shout, it was a very higher decibel. Now your decibel will come down and restoration time will come down. Earlier it used to take, like, some cooker takes time, no, to cool down. You cannot remove the whistle immediately. You have to cool it down. Similarly, like cooker, we used to take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. Now in 5 minutes I am back. 4 minutes I am back. 3 minutes I am back. That's a progress. So don't get frustrated with some defeats also. Keep working on that. But following this, I would like to do it. It is possible to do it. Let it take lot of time, doesn't matter. It is one day it will be over. If I don't start at all, it will never be over. So with this attitude, we can learn to handle this Kama Krodha, and we keep praying Bhagavan. Prayer to Bhagavan is a very, very important means for any quality. Because when you are praying, you are invoking the receptivity in you. You are creating a receptive mind. When you tell Bhagavan, you give me Vairagyam, means you are creating receptivity to Vairagyam. Receptivity to this non-violence. Therefore, for good qualities, pray to Bhagavan. Even you go to Tirupati, you pray for Vairagyam. Recently somebody went, one of the students, so I told that you pray for Vairagyam, and Tirupati also will be happy. Why? Because generally Tirupati doesn't end up listening such type of prayer. Everybody will say, give me son, give me daughter, give me this visa and all this. So you ask for Vairagyam. Ask for Shanti. Ask for this value system. So that is a very, very important. Regular morning, evening, whenever possible, make prayers, it will help. So with this, the topic of this Vairagyam got completed. Now again Bhagavan comes back to the topic of Jnanam. And now he is going to give this Jnana Phalam from the 24th shloka to 26th shloka. Yontas Sukhontara Ramaha तथान्तर्ज्योतिरेव यः स योगी ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम् ब्रह्मभूतोऽधिगच्छति. यः, the person who is antasukhaha, one whose happiness is within, means he does not depend upon external object to be happy. People generally like to have this conduciveness from their what is called relatives, conduciveness from the physical setup, financial condition, then I am happy. Whereas the wise person is the one who is antasukhaha. His happiness is centered on him. Antah means within the self. I am happy not because my spouse is very conducive. I am not happy just because my financial condition is little improved. I am happy because I have no reason to be unhappy. I am fullness. I have all reasons to be happy, and I have no reasons to be unhappy. Generally, a samsari will always have some reasons to be happy. If somebody is smiling, very blooming face, people will ask, so what happened? Enaitu in Kannada. So what happened? People ask this. Why? Because otherwise, how can you be happy? So we require some specific reasons to be happy. Whereas the wise person is antasukhaha. He is happy within, means he is happy because of his being of the nature of fullness. So Antasukha indicates that his happiness is Nirapeksha, Bhashya Vishaya Nirapeksha Sukham. His happiness is independent of external situation. When you develop a particular frame of mind, then the change in the situation will not make any difference. Even not even Atmajnanam is Bahuduram. Even if you develop this surrender attitude to Bhagavan, then also variation in situation will not make the difference. When you have this attitude that Bhagavan is very, very, very gracious to me, Bhagavan is all the time, he is showering blessings on me, I am blessed, then you have the mind to see blessing in every situation. I think I must have told this, that different Mahatmas in different state, situations are different. These in Maharashtra, Eknath ji, his wife was very, very cooperative. So Eknath ji is telling Bhagavan, oh Lord, you are so gracious, you have given me the wife, he is so very cooperative, so I am able to do my things. He wrote Bhagavatam, Eknath Bhagavatam. So I am so grateful to you, Lord, for giving me such a wonderful wife. Then our Tukaram, his wife was very quarrelsome. Tukaramji was very generous. So one day from his farm, he brought some 10 or 15 sugarcane. He was bringing from farm to house, and on the way he saw some children and all. So he kept on giving. So he brought only one. So she got so angry, that wife, because she knew that today is going to bring some 10, 15, so that they will sell or something. And she got so angry. She hit Tukaram with this sugarcane. And one became two. Then Tukaram said, you are so good. Now both of us will share this. So you have one, I have one. That type of wife he had. But he tells to Bhagavan, what? Bhagavan, I am so grateful to you for giving me such wife. Why? Otherwise I will be lost in the samsara. So some wives are very good for creating vairagya. So that he said, I am so grateful to you. Husband also. In fact, some husbands are such that you cannot have raga. So they are good for vairagya. You remain always on your age. And Narsi Mehta in Gujarat, his wife passed away. And he tells in Gujarati, Bhalu thayu bangi janjal, sukhe bajisu Shri Gopal. Means it is in Gujarati. Since I know Gujarati, I can tell. So what is the meaning of that? He says, oh Lord, whatever happen is good. Now I will worship the Lord without any encumbrance. So I will worship. So the wife is very conducive, thank you. Wife is quarrelsome, thank you. Wife passed away, thank you. My thank you remains the same, whatever be the situation. So even as a devotee, one can develop that. Whereas a wise person, how he handles this? If wife is conducive, it doesn't add to my fullness. I am full and complete. Her being conducive does not add to my fullness. Shivoham. Wife is conducive, Shivoham. Wife is not conducive. Spouse is not conducive. Let me use the neutral word. Spouse, because otherwise the Swamiji will wife only problem. So spouse is not conducive, quarrelsome, Shivoham. Still I am Shiva. My being Shiva, Shiva means Ananda Swarupa, is not affected by the quality of my spouse. Shivoham. Spouse is not conducive, Shivoham. Still I am Shiva. And if spouse passes away, then also Shivoham. So my being Shiva, Ananda Swarupa, is not affected by any external gain or loss. conduciveness or hostility. That is what is meant here, antasukha. Even in relative sense, more you become dependent upon yourself to be happy in whatever way, then external situations don't mind. That's very important. Einstein, he was given some time for appointment at near the bridge. And this other scientist, he was late by 5 10 minutes. So he said, sorry, you had to wait. Einstein said, at home also I'll be thinking. Here, bridge also I'm thinking only. So for me, it doesn't make any difference. There also I'll be doing thinking only because he does thought experiment. So at the bridge also I was doing that thing only. How does it matter? So in life, when you have got some inner source of joy, then external variations will not affect you much. So learn to develop inner source of joy. Most of the time people are dependent on what? External. My wife should be okay, my husband should be okay, my children should be okay. Then only I can be okay. So learn to develop something, either connection with the Lord or contemplation, or it is abidance in oneself, whatever way, antasukha. More you are dependent on inner resources, less you will be affected by external situation. Like our internal economy is well sound, then external market doesn't matter. Whatever happens in the US, India continues to grow. That's how. If our country is so much dependent, so weak, then it will crash. So always in life, develop internal resources. More internal resources you have to rely on, less frightened you would be by external variations. So antas sukhaha, then antararamaha, etc. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.